Okay. I am Alejandra Rodriguez. This is my teaching practice, the last part of my TESOL online program. Today I just have one student. She is Zainab, and she's going to help me with this assignment. Hello, Zainab.
Hello.
Thank you very much for helping me with this assignment. Okay, Zainab. For today, in order to start with this lesson, I will introduce our topic with some experiences of life I have had during my staying in some countries. I have visited some countries, and even I have lived for a long period of times in a country different from my mother country. My mother country, or I am from Colombia, but I was living in Panama for 12 years, and even I have visited Costa Rica, Peru, Bolivia, Germany, now Turkey. So I want to give you some information about how is the way of living in these cities, or in this country, sorry. For example, I lived in Bogota. Bogota is the capital of Colombia, and I lived in Panama City. Panama City is smaller than Bogota. Okay, Bogota is more crowded than Panama. Even Bogota is more crowded than other cities I visited before, like San Jose in Costa Rica, like Lima in Bolivia, like Lima in Peru and La Paz in Bolivia. Related to the weather, Bogota is colder, far colder than Panama City, because Panama City is the hottest cities I have lived in. But the coldest cities I have visited so far is La Paz, because La Paz is a very high city over the sea level, so that is why it's the coldest one I have visited so far. But the nicest city I have been so far is Istanbul for me. Yes, it's the nicest city I have visited, and even I have lived in, because so far I am living here for 6 months, I guess so. So for me, the nicest city is this, Istanbul. The most expensive city for me is Bogota. The cost of living there is more expensive than here, and even than Panama. Although Panama, the cost of living is high, Bogota has a more expensive cost of living there. Okay, Zainab? Zainab, can you guess what kind of topic we are going to study today?
I guess superlatives. I mean, the coldest, the hottest, the more crowded.
Okay. Yes, because you hear me pronouncing coldest. Yes, that is, what is the name of the structure? Superlatives and comparatives. That is our, yes, you're right. When we finish this lesson, our goal is that you can compare things, okay, by using comparatives or by using superlatives, or both at the same time. Okay? Okay, let's continue with this lesson. Okay. In order to address this lesson, I have a story for you. Very nice story. I searched on internet for you, and I love this story. Okay, I want you to read this part of your good comment, please.
All for Julie, the Prettiest Girl by Alex Case. In a town called Morton lived three friends called John, Harry, and Graham. 1 meter, a girl called Julie moved into a little cottage at the end of their street. They thought she was the prettiest girl in the whole world. From that day, everything they did was just to impress Julie. First, they tried to impress her with poems. John wrote a long poem, Harry wrote a longer poem, and Graham wrote the longest poem in the whole world.
Okay.
Then they tried music. John played a loud guitar, Harry played a louder trumpet, and Graham played the loudest drum in the whole world. Then they decided to show off their engineering skills. John made a fast go-kart, Harry made a faster go-kart, and Graham made the fastest go-kart in the whole world. Finally, they thought she'd definitely be impressed by circus skills. John juggled something dangerous, Harry juggled something more dangerous, and Graham invented the most dangerous juggling trick ever.
Very good.
Oh. The next day was Julie's birthday party, so John bought a big present, Harry bought a bigger present, and Graham bought the biggest present in the whole world, and they all arrived nice and early and ready to impress. But Julie's garden was small, her cottage was smaller, and her door was the smallest on the street, so there was no space for huge presents, for juggling, for go-karts, for guitars, trumpets, and drums. There was room for poems, but not for poems as long as John's, Harry's, and Graham's. So they took everything back home, went into Julie's house with nothing, and had to have a tea party with Julie's little tea set, eat Julie's little cakes, play music on a little toy piano, and make new, smaller presents with origami. But they had the most fun all year, and when they left, they were the happiest ever, and John, Harry, and Graham were the best of friends.
Okay. Did you like the story?
I love it.
What do you think about this story?
I don't know, I want to be a kid again.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I highlighted these words. You already know which kind of words they are, yes? Which kind of words they are? The highlighted words, for example, here in this part?
The adjective.
Yes. Which are the adjectives?
Big,
What else?
small,
Uh-huh.
huge,
Uh-huh.
the other ones too.
Okay. Okay. And smaller, what kind of word smaller is? Smaller?
Like small and a little bit small. Like comparing to that one.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. Smaller is a comparative. Yeah, you are right. You are comparing two things.
Yes.
Because you are comparing, for example, a present. One of the boys gave Julius with the present that the other boy gave her. Okay, but what about if we have, for example, here happiest? What kind of structure is the happiest?
Like they are all happy, but one of them is like a lot happy. The most happy.
Yes, when you are
Happiest.
comparing more than two things, a group of things, and then you want to rate them at the top, so you use superlatives. You are right. Do you remember or do you know the rules to make the superlatives and comparatives?
Kinda.
Okay, don't worry because we are going to remember the rules. Okay? Here we have superlative and comparative spelling rules. Okay? So we have here the adjective, then we have the comparative, and then we have its corresponding superlative. Okay? So for example, here we have tall, fat, big, set, and we have taller, fatter, bigger, sadder, and we have the tallest, fattest, biggest, and saddest. Can you guess or can you give me the rules for spelling? Can you realize the rules to spell the superlatives or to form the comparatives and the superlatives?
Like they when we're making the comparative, we add like er.
Yes.
When we make the superlative, we add the first and then the adjective as est.
Okay, you're right. You are right. But remember this rule, okay? This is the kind of rules to make superlatives made from one syllable adjective. But when we have one syllable adjective, and we have consonant, vowel, consonant, don't forget that you have to double the last consonant. And then you have to put ear. The same when you form the superlatives. When you have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, you have to double the last consonant and then you have to put the suffix in order to make the superlative. You're right. Now remember the structure to make sentences when you are comparing two things. You have the subject, then you put a verb, then you put the comparative, and then you put them, and then you put the other noun you are contrasting the subject to. Okay? So, for example, here your dog runs faster than my dog. My house is the largest one in our neighborhood. Okay? So here we have, in the first case, we have the use of superlatives, and we have the use of them. Okay? Okay. So what happened with two syllables adjectives?
Y it becomes IER and like the superlative making the same IEST. Like simple and then with an E, so we added just R making comparative.
Okay, here more than two syllables. This is because here we have, you said, you are correct, because you have to change when you have Y at the end of the superlative, you have to change Y and you have to put R. And then you make the rules for the superlatives and comparatives. And when you have more than two syllable sounds, you have to put more or most. Okay. 3 or more syllables, you know, you have to put more, and most. The same as I was telling you before about how to make sentences using comparatives, you have to put the subject, the verb, the comparative adjectives, even with you have to put the word more or most, no, in this case, sorry, more, than the noun you are contrasting to the subject. Okay? Okay, Sydney. Here we have irregular, because we have irregular adjectives. They don't follow the same rules to make the comparatives and the superlative. You have to memorize. Okay? The more common ones are good, but little, much, far. So the comparative of good is better. The superlative is the best. The comparative of bad is worse, and the superlative is the worst. The comparative of little is less, and the superlative of little is the least. The comparative of much is more, and the comparative and the superlative is the most. In the case of far, we have two ways to make the comparative and the superlative because one of them refers to distance, physical distance, and the other is a distance, but it is an abstract concept, okay, not a physical distance. For example, here far we have farther, and we have further, farthest, and furthest, okay. Farther refer to not a physical distance. For example, you are going farther in your concepts than my concepts. We are talking about an abstract concept. But if I say you are going farther than me in the park, we are talking about distances, okay? This is for distances, this is for an abstract concept, okay? Okay. Okay, when you come back, we are going to do the practice, okay? We have 10 minutes break, and when you come back, we are going to make the practice, okay? Okay, just 10 minutes.